What's going on, guys? So I'm gonna have to ask you guys to click that like button, show some love and some support. Let's go. Now, if you watched any of my Gamescom type videos where I either give you my impressions or I summed it up, or if you watch Gamescom at all, you will know about this game called Tearaway Unfolded. It's basically Tearaway, but now coming to the PS4. And you might be like, wait a second, how are they supposed to do that? Oh, you know, they use like front camera and all that stuff on Tearaway. Yeah, on Tearaway for the Vita. You know, how's it gonna work? Well, they made an article basically explaining how all that stuff is gonna work. And you know, they also, the reason why they didn't make an exact port is because of that reason. So what they did was they made like a new game with different features, but you know, it's sort of like the same story. So right off the bat, obviously you cannot use the camera anymore, so that's out of the picture. But they did add some other stuff, and other things that they did add was saying it's gonna be running 1080p 60 FPS, and it's going to have new features that weren't in the Vita version, mainly because the game wouldn't be able to run like smoothly. The one biggest feature, and only one that they've really mentioned, is the wind factor. You'll be able to blow, but at like while you're playing, there's always going to be some sort of wind to add, you know, that sort of realness, I guess, to it. And you're going to be able to be flying on one of those paper airplanes, and there'll be like parts of the story where you'll be flying around in it, and that sounds really cool. But with that, all this stuff adding, we can finally just say bye Tearaway for PS Vita exclusive. Now we're down to like what, 3-4 exclusives. I'm just taking a guess, but off the top of my head, there's Gravity Rush, and then there's Soul Sacrifice and Soul Sacrifice Delta. I don't even know if you can count those ones, because one of them isn't, they're the same game, just upgraded. So it would be Gravity Rush, Soul Sacrifice Delta, and Freedom Wars, which is coming soon. That's like about the only ones I can think of right now that are Vita exclusives, as in there's no other type of those games on any other console, you know? So why exactly did Media Molecule do this? Why? Well, right off the bat, the fact that they didn't make Little Big Planet for the Vita, they went ahead and made their own game, that should have been a sign already that something was fishy. Now, if the game sold well on the Vita, that'd be a different story, but they probably knew it wasn't going to sell well. It sold well for Vita games, but not like what the amount of work they put in, you know, it didn't sell that as much for that. So the fact that they did that, that's already a sign that something was going on. And something tells me that the second they started making Tearaway for the Vita, they started on the PS4 version. They started about thinking for ideas for the PS4 version, because now the amount of work they put in to make Tearaway for the PS Vita, making another one for the PS4 isn't going to take nearly as much work as the Vita version did. So basically they're spending less money for that PS4 version, because they basically had the game. Now they're just upgrading the game for PS4, you know, adding new functionality, adding new storyline, but like all the graphics, you know, the background, stuff like that, it's already all done with, you know. Say, let's just take this as an example. Say it took $1,000 to make Tearaway for the PS Vita. Now they want to put it on the PS4 and make it you know, 1080p 60 FPS and add some new stuff. It's gonna take at least what, $300-$400 instead of that $1,000. So now the money they made for the Tearaway for the PS Vita is gonna add on to the money they're gonna make for PS4 version, and it's just gonna cancel everything out, and they're gonna make a nice profit from it. It's actually a pretty smart the way to go, to be honest. If you haven't played Tearaway for the PS Vita, go play it now, so you can say you played a Vita exclusive before it comes out to the PS4. It's a really good game. I'm talking about it, and I'm feeling like playing it right now. But I already beat the game, so you know, it's whatever. But that's gonna be it for this video. Tearaway Unfolded, don't get me wrong, it looks great, and I'm happy they're making a PS4 version. But it just hurts us, you know. It hurts inside. Like they could have. I bet you if it did better on the PS Vita, this wouldn't be happening. They'd be making a sequel for the PS Vita. But you know, shit happens, you know. So it's whatever. It's whatever. The PS4 is getting love. That's good though. It's the best-selling console out right now. So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's part of Sony, you know. Whatever. So that's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna have to ask you guys to click that like button and subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Peace.